I can't really go inside because the fan's going, but I had this this bracket here, went over and did a bend and came down, and it had a piece of long tubing welded up in the middle of it, which is right there. Yeah. And I cut it up the middle. I took it off of that tube, and I had to narrow it so it fit inside here, because that's the slot for where the passenger, when their legs come down, this is where their feet rest on both sides, and it's notched. And I thought, you know, if I could move this around a little bit and make it slide down the main tube and be removable, that I could adjust it. Just say if I put everything together, you know, just the way of moving it back and forth, up and down, tilting it left to right. That way I don't have to worry about welding it, having it in a position and then not being able to move it. The other piece I found, this one's pretty cool. It has 1-inch steel bar, and then it's got the 2-inch. I just have to figure out this elbow. I cut this piece, but it fits between it, but it'd have to move up anyway. It has these little funky brackets. Let me get it out with my other hand here. It has these little funky brackets on it that I'm going to have to cut and clean. But I like this whole triangulate in the area thing. You know, a piece of 1-inch stock on a 2-inch tube. Just going to cut these off. This one's capped. It had a, I forget what was in this, some kind of rubber plug or whatever. But this is my idea for tonight. Just put a little primer on that or something. Next is, this is where the shifter comes out, and I think I have the shifter over here. You can grab it. Matter of fact, I know I have the shifter in here. It's right there. That's part of it. There's a metal plate I have to find that is right here. Okay, that's your shifter base plate. I hope the ramp's in there too. Alright, let me get out here. Mess. Now I have to make this shifter stick out of the side literally like that. Probably, of course, won't be that long, but I have to connect this to the tube somehow, and this might be another plate. This would actually, I can take the spring off for now. I don't even need the shifter in here for now. I'll take it off. But I'll use the plate, get a general area. So here's my shifter plate right off the top of the tunnel. It's got to be all cleaned up and trimmed down. There's actually about a dozen weld spots around there, and then this plate comes off. See all the divots? I could drill them out from this side because they dimple down. There's one right there in the middle. Once you drill that down, I have to make a bracket that kind of points me in the general direction of that hole that I haven't drilled yet. So, I'll do this with my other hand. Somehow along the lines, I have to trim all this off and make a box that connects and gives me a straight shot down to that thing. It's a little tricky, but not too bad. But it has to connect to this too. Another thing that could be removable and adjustable or mounted permanently. But it's got to be solid, and it has to be something so when I put the body on, it goes. It's kind of a pain in the ass to put the bodies on. You have to put the shifter in the hole. I wish it didn't have this hole, but I like it on the left side of my leg. Sticking out, it sticks out under your left leg. That's how the other one was, the blue one I drove years ago. This is coming along, all exercise equipment. Blended that thing right in, and I went all the way around with it. Doesn't look too shabby on that side. These were butted together. I spaced them apart about 1/4 of an inch and then just went around. So yeah, I got to clean this off and make a box or some kind of mounting device to connect that to this, so I can have a shifter. There's a little bushing missing. I hope I have one, or I'll have to get one. A little trick to use too is on the nose of the transmission, where that rod comes out of the hockey stick rod, is to use like a Craftsman socket, swivel head, but it's got to be drilled out and got to have a set screw in it and everything. And we're going to shorten up this shifter a lot. That thing's got to be 15 inches long at least. I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. I don't need it that long. But this is what I'm playing with. I have to make a floating box in here where this sticks out. You know what? I can stick that in there right now just to get an idea of where we're going to be. Because the ball of the shifter has to stick out. So that's pretty much where I gotta be right there. I have to make a box to hold that. Maybe just a bracket. But I can't be in the way of that little L bracket with the hole. It has to be a straight shot. Do I have a straight shot? Kinda do. Yeah, won't be too bad. Alright, I'm gonna drill this out. Having fun. I did drill out the 6 holes and chisel it off. I put it in the vise and just hammered it till it came off. Stuck a big screwdriver underneath and any little spots broke it off. Then I ground it clean. Now this is where it goes. This is the shifter tube. That's the bushing, but that thing's like 40 years old and it's so brittle. You touch it, it breaks. Actually, I broke a piece right off the other side. Of course, it won't do it now on camera, but I got it completely backwards because this goes over that hole. Let me fix that. I haven't done this before. There we go. There's a magnet holding everything right there. So that's how it goes. Get first, second, third, fourth. And that little bushing goes in this little space here. And of course, I'm going to set this on here. This thing goes like this. So when I turn it down and this rod reaches to the back, I've got to trim this rod down. Well, my shifter goes in there, and it's pretty simple. It's all about making this bracket connect to that rear clip. And I might have a U-joint. It'd have to be down this end just before it goes into the little turnstile thing here. Or maybe get rid of that completely. Just go, like I said, with a 3/8 swivel head, which actually I think a 1/2 inch would probably be better if I have one. Yeah, like this. Kind of like this. I'd get something like this with a socket on the other end. That way I could hit a hard angle with the shifter. But this would have to be machined to fit on the end of the hockey stick, which I have a hockey stick. Where's my hockey stick? Here it is. This is from the other tranny. Now that's the hockey stick. Oh! So like that. So I'd have to machine this round to fit in here and have some kind of a set screw in the side. I thought it was 1/2 inch. Yeah, perfect fit. Or I could just weld it in there, you know. But I need a socket end on this side. So a socket would be even easier. Put the socket on there and use this end. You could even drill and tap that out. And there you go. You don't need any rubber bushing or nothing. But that was my way of connecting it. But yeah, this is one of Dad's Mac tools. I don't think he wants me doing that with it. So I'm going to have to get something. I have some tools. That goes in there. There we go. I got 2 of them. What's this, a cheapie? This is a... I can't see it. 1/2 inch. That's all it says. USA made. Doesn't say Craftsman, nothing. Is it free? You know, for what it is, I'll buy one with a socket on the end and be half done. That will replace this. That end of it anyway. But I have to get this mounted. And that's for another day. It's getting dark out. I have an absolute mess going on here. I do like the foot pedal thing. That was pretty cool. And I had to grind some material off, like I said, to get this a little closer to the body so it was on center with the existing hole. That's it. I'm going in. Have a nice day. know it's kind of dark, but here's another good reason to make this removable. When it comes to putting the body on, you kind of have to tilt it to get your shifter through this hole, and you can't tilt it when this is on, so it's removable. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And I like the fact that it was just all gym equipment. I haven't paid a dime for any of this. Got some nice pieces to play with. Oh, getting dark. I hope the skunk don't come out. He rounded the corner one day right here and get the hell out of me. You don't want to be on camera.